Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start out by giving all praise to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Hashem, Rakar Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders that rule well and teach in scripture. Salutations to all you Akim out there that are doing this work in truth and sincerity. Um, that's a lot that was manifested within the past weekend with Trump sending troops to the border and saying that he can't contain the border. Now, one of the brothers brought this out, that Trump was told not to do anything about the border situation, although he lies and deviates the public into believing that he's going to do something with the border. Trump isn't going to do anything with the border situation. These instances are happening because the elites of this society told him so. So, with that being said, knowing that Trump's not going to do anything about the border situation, and the elites are the ones that are pulling the strings, so to speak, with this border situation, right now they're pressing for this final world war. And this war is going to entail martial law, the RFID chip. When one is not able to enter into the city, so all of the borders are going to be closed, even within the cities and certain town groups and such and so forth like that. And also, another thing transpired yesterday where there are certain, I believe, rockets that went into Israel, very close to Jerusalem, if I'm not mistaken, very closely to Jerusalem. And so this war is about to get hot and heavy. Trump is putting more tariffs on China. So there goes your economic war, because China is China's a big player in this trade deal. And the tariffs will cause inflation. And so the inflation is going to put on the economic stress, more so than it has done so far. And that's going to cause your economic havoc, as that the Dow Jones keeps plummeting. They can't really, they're not going to be able to sustain it for much longer. If they keep going with these tariffs. So who's going to get affected? Everybody's going to get affected, right down to the individual. The police that aren't on a military payroll and doing military work won't be working. Especially not in these times. So this is a stern warning for you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to wake up and come back to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, in order to receive salvation. Salvation is something that we must push forth, and we must seek after salvation in order to obtain it. And so how do you seek after salvation? You seek after salvation through number one, having faith. Number two, acting on your faith and following the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. And not what other people might say or other people might do. We want to do things according to the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So, within this madness, the chip will be implemented. And so, knowing that this chip will be implemented, this is for you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and you confusion of faith scattered across the earth. With this chip that'll be implemented, you're not to take it. Because receiving a microchip to eat or to live comfortably is totally against the Most High. It's totally against Yahweh, and it's totally against Yahweh Shai. And it's spitting the face to him, so to speak. Rather than being patient and letting the Lord work for you. Salakia. In order to in order of just being patient and letting the Lord work for you, you want to obtain it by Esau's ways and Esau's system, which is a complete no-no in the eyes of the Most High, in the eyes of the Heavenly Father. So, knowing the judgment's on this way, we are to tighten up, so to speak, because we want to obtain mercy in that time of Jacob's trouble. Because it's gonna be a really bumpy ride, but having faith is gonna sustain you. And so this is just a quick excerpt on the you got the 5 foolish virgins, and then you have the 5 wise virgins. And so in this particular area of the Holy Book, the 5 virgins that are wise are the ones that are seeking after the Most High, okay, with diligence, and seeking after the Most High with everything that they got, so to speak. Doing the best that they can do to please the Most High. I'm gonna just jump right into it. This is Matthew chapter 25, verse 1, and I'm gonna read on. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And the bridegroom is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is the bridegroom, and he's coming to redeem the elect in these times of trouble. The 5 of them were wise, and the 5 of them were foolish. And so, in the nation of Israel, this is besides the 2/3. These are the men that are signed and crying for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Homosexuality, adultery, eating swine's flesh, okay? Having the woman above the man, which that's a totally different topic in itself. That can be devoted a whole day on rebuking a woman, on rebuking Eve. And, within the nation of Israel that knows that they're the nation of Israel, you have a split going on. So you got 5 foolish virgins and you have 5 wise virgins. Read on. And the 5 of them were wise, and the 5 of them were foolish. And they were foolish, took their lamps, and took no oil with them. So you have a fire, you need something to go off on. That's the wisdom and the faith in these scriptures. Okay? You got the faith that's in the scriptures. The oil, which I believe, is the faith that you need to go on. And, in the knowledge of these holy scriptures. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps, while the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. And so this is during the time of tribulation. This is during the time of Jacob's trouble. Because the Lord is going to come smack dab right in the middle of World War III. And he's going to put an end to this place. And when I say end, when he's going to put an end to this place, the scripture said that there's no end of the world, so that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is Esau's system and the way he set it up throughout the world. He's going to put a speedy riddance to this place, and he's going to visit Edom first when he touches down. Then reading on. The wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps, and the bridegroom tarried, and they all slumbered and slept. And so that's equivalent to you not doing the work. You slumbering and sleeping, you're not doing the work. Okay? So, there's another precept which, it states that the watchman watching over to warn the nation of Israel. And so, you got the watchman, basically that was wise, and you had the watchman that was foolish. And, the foolish ones are equivalent to the ones that are not doing the work until the Most High comes back. And so, when it was another precept, if I'm not mistaken, in any event, when the Most High comes back and he finds you not, doing the work, before Jacob's trouble, during Jacob's trouble, whatever the case may be, you're going to be equated to a foolish virgin, not having faith. And so, reading on. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. The reason why Yahweh Shai is tarrying, because it's not time yet. Okay? He's not coming at this exact moment, although he could. come at this exact moment, and we hope and we hasten today for the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to make his return and to come right now. But prophecies have to play out first. And once the prophecies are played out, the Most High is going to make his ultimate grand entrance in the world. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. And so, go ye out to meet him. We are to look for the Most High. We'll look for the Most High, Yahweh Shai. We're looking for the Most High to send Yahweh Shai so that we can obtain salvation. So to speak. We need those VIP passes. If some of you can receive that. We need those VIP passes. The men of the Lord, the prophets, the helpers of the prophets, the ones that are joined unto Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We need those VIP passes in these times, because it's going to get nasty out here. Okay? Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil, for our lamps have gone out. Gassed out. Okay? And what happens when you gassed out? You get tired. You start waning. You start waning in faith. You start waning in works. And you don't want to do that. Okay? You want to keep pushing toward the mark. The foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil, for our lamps have gone out. But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there will be not enough for us and you, but go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. And so, the ones that are given the oil is equated to our heads. Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramlad, Apostle Rakar, and the other apostles that I didn't name, and the heads of the camps. Okay, those are the ones that are given the oil. So, you're gonna have some that are they're not gonna be able to get the oil in that day. Okay. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil, our lamps have gone out. For the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there will not be enough for us and you, but go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. So when Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai comes, when he comes, you better have some faith. Okay? If you ain't got no faith, when Yahweh Shai, aka Jesus, when he comes back, you better have a great amount of faith, knowing that he's coming back to take care of what he said that he was going to take care of. And believe in that wholeheartedly. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came out, and they were ready, went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. That's cold. That is cold. Okay? So that means the little work that they did, the little work, You know, the little belief, the little work, the little faith that they had, the Most High didn't even accept it. Why? Because when he came, all that went out, you know, as he was coming, they went out, whatever faith they had went out the window before he came back. Okay? Before he came back. And so when he came back, he didn't send with none. You can't come in. And he locked the doors on them. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour when the Son of Man cometh. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling unto a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods. And so I just like to break that up for just one moment. You know, I hope that I have faith in that day. And the reason why is because the Most High, you know, has given the knowledge to his prophets to write the words in this book. And it's gonna take strong faith in that day to see men on your left die, men on your right die, people in front of you die, people behind you die, and the Most High is preserving you. Okay? That's gonna take a lot of faith in that day. Pestilence, famine, war, you know, neighbor against neighbor. What else? Nationality against nationality. I forgot the actual word that was written. Kingdom against kingdom. The sword. All these things are going to play out because the Most High put it in the book for his servants. The Most High did that. And so the Most High is showing love. If the Most High is showing love to you, you ought to show love back to the Most High. And give your bodies as a living sacrifice. And I speak first and foremost for myself. Because none of us are perfect in this. Okay, I'm not telling you I'm going to be the most perfect 100% Israelite on the face of the planet. That's not so. Okay? I'm hoping to be endowed and to be given the strength from Yahweh Shem Yahushua, who gives everybody according to their measure. And for me personally, I want to have more than what's measured unto me from the Most High, from Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Whatever I have, I want the Most High to increase 100, 1,000, 1,000,000 fold. Okay? Because I want to get the fuck out of here. All right? For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto him his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. So, you know, the moral of these precepts, you know, that I just read from 14 on down, is not what the Most High is giving you, is what you're doing with it. Because if the Most High give you a little, and you use it a little bit, whatever little that you have, and you using that to push forth the mark, to the mark of exemption, using that to finish the race of faith, so to speak, then you're equivalent to the one that was given 100 talents. So it doesn't matter what you have, you use what you got. All right? So, and unto him he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. And he that received the 5 talents went and traded with them the same, and made them other 5 talents. And likewise he that had received 2, he also gained another 2. And he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid the Lord's money. You are not to hide anything that was given to you that's going to be beneficial to the body of Yahweh Shai. Anything that's beneficial, bring it up. Use it, utilize it. Okay, and likewise he that had received the 2, he also gained another 2. He did a good job. He that had received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid the Lord's money. After a long time the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with him. And he also that had received the 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, The Lord, thou deliverest me unto 5 talents. Behold, I have gained besides them 5 talents more. The Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord. So, the one that had the 5 talents, he's going into the kingdom. He also had received 2. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I gained 2 other talents besides them. The Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. So the one that received the 2 talents, he also flipped the Lord's money and was able to enter into the kingdom of heaven. And his Lord said unto them, Well done, okay. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathered where thou hast not strewed. And I was afraid and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. The Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knowest that I reap where I sowed not, and gathered where I have not strewed. Thou art therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received my own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which have 10 talents. It's your abilities. It's what you got. That one's not going to enter into the kingdom of heaven. We don't want to be that one. The one that don't flip the Lord's money. The Lord wants us bread. Okay, that's speaking on a carnal sense. All right? You know, if you owe somebody money, you give it to them. Guess what? These bodies don't belong to us. They were already purchased, okay, in full by Yahushua. They were already purchased. Guess what? You don't own them. You temporarily using them. These bodies that we have now, you don't belong to yourself. So not only does not your spirit does not belong to you, but neither your body. And those are for the ones that can receive it. Okay? Those are for the ones that can receive it. So, if your body does not belong to you, you have to treat it like it doesn't belong to you. You know, that's as plain as I can make it. So what does that mean? That means do the Lord's work. That's what it means in a nutshell. Whatever you have that you can bring to the body, bring it to the body. And with that, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and a Baba Ball to America. I can't stand this place. I hope the Most High hurry up and do what he gonna do. And Shalom.